ఈ పర్టికులర్ వీడియో సిరీస్లో మనం బేసిక్ ఎకాలజీ అండ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ గురించి మాట్లాడుకుంటాం. ఈ వీడియోస్ మీకు ఎవ్రీడే వస్తూ ఉంటాయి. దాంట్లో ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా కూడా మీరు కామెంట్ సెక్షన్లో మెన్షన్ చేయండి. వేరియస్ ఎగ్జామ్స్కి ఎకాలజీ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. దాంట్లో బేసిక్ టెర్మినాలజీని అలాగే కాన్సెప్చువల్ క్లారిటీని తెప్పించడం గురించి ఈ వీడియోలు చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. హ్యావ్ ఏ లుక్ ఇన్ టు దిస్. వాట్ ఈస్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్? We all are living in environment, but we don't know what you mean by environment. Generally, environment is a natural component where biotic and abiotic factors interacts among themselves with each other is known as environment. What is biotic factor and what is abiotic factor? Look carefully. When I say the biotic factors, we have living. Bio means life. Abiotic means which don't have the life is called abiotic. Biotic includes living organism, dead decaying have some organic components. Dead decaying component or dead decaying matter, bones, remaining all comes under biotic. What is abiotic components? Look, climate, weather, humus, which we call them as abiotic components. The interaction between biotic and abiotic components among themselves is nothing but environment. Environment is a natural component in which biotic and abiotic factors interact among themselves with each other. Biotic and abiotic factors interact among themselves with each other is known as environment. But when I say environment, this interaction, the interaction between biotic and abiotic, this interaction shapes the habitat and ecosystem of an organism. For example, we are interacting with soil. We can have habitat over there. We can have our own ecosystem. We're interacting with plant, we're interacting with water, we're interacting with all living and non-living organism that can be creating an habitat. For example, my home is my habitat where there is a biotic component and abiotic components. The interaction between biotic and abiotic components can create habitat and as well as an ecosystem. What is that? Ecosystem. But look at the component here. All organism depends on environment. See, we are all organisms. We are all depending upon environment. All organism depends on environment to carry out their natural life process to meet their physical requirements. For example, I am depending upon soil, I am depending upon air, I am depending upon forest, I am depending upon animal. I am depending means every animal or every organism which is living on the earth is depending upon nature in order to satisfy their physical requirements. What are physical requirements here? For example, food, energy, water, oxygen, shelter, and so on. Every of your physical requirements that you are deriving from nature, this is nothing but environment. So here, all organism depends on environment to carry out their natural processes to satisfy their physical requirements is nothing but environment. What are the physical requirements? Food, energy, water, oxygen, shelter, and so on. For example, for shelter, I am depending upon environment to collect wood. For oxygen, I am depending upon the plants. For water, I am depending upon the soil and precipitation. Energy, I am depending upon the coal, crude oil, fuels, and many more which are part of environment. Food, we are gathering from animal based and plant based. These are all called our physical requirements of an organism. To have them, we are depending upon environment. This is about what is environment definition, what is biotic and abiotic components. When interaction between biotic and abiotic can create habitat and ecosystem, all organisms are depending upon environment in order to have their physical requirements such as food, shelter, cloth, and everything. This is about basic lecture of environment.